apart during a time of year when most families come together to express Thanksgiving. But some aren't thankful for the sound of cowbells or screams of Hoddy Toddy, which will make their presence known in this one. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense comes onto the field first today. Hoddy Toddy, gosh almighty, who the heck are they? Well, everybody knew an Ole Miss blew out State last time.
And they put a number up on them. Everything was clicking, yes, and the Egg Bowl is always close. It seems like those games come down to something crazy. But last year, Hoddy Toddy put the smack down.
Yeah, it was Hoddy Toddy that was able to just handle the emotion in that game right from jump. I mean, offensively, they jumped all over the Bulldogs early. That's going to be a big key.
Coming out aggressively. Snags it down the right side. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on first down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got a man, it's Ivory. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Ivory. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Makes the grab. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Bulldogs getting set on first and 10. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Ivory. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside for the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe go play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
Just goes right through the wicket and brings up third down. Man, he will be thinking about that one. They'll run the sneak for it. So many rich layers in this one. Dak coming off the bench, fumbles in the end zone to lose it, legs being hiked, coaches being fired. This has it all, guys.
And such proud people in the state of Mississippi that love their football.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
To the air on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Ivory. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Pressure coming. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Got his man. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. The Rebels headed quickly to the line. Looking downfield on first down. He's got it. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game.
He's going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Following Ole Miss' 1926 victory in Starkville, a melee between the fans ensued. Imagine that in this rivalry. So the two sides got together and said, what we need is a trophy to calm the passions of each side, and they settled on the Golden Egg. Thus, the Egg Bowl was born.
Yeah, what calms everybody down more than a golden egg? I mean, just the perfect recipe. We have all been in the booth calling these games. Jesse, we know the adrenaline, the emotion that goes into this football game.
Yeah, they do not like each other. There's no question. And the funny thing is that's actually a golden football. Back in the 1920s, I guess the football looked a little bit more like an egg. It was a bit fatter, looked more like a rugby ball. So everybody calls it the golden egg now. It's a beautiful trophy. Sometimes Mississippi State's helmets resemble the trophy. This is a game we love watching.
Wants to throw again. They get to him as he throws. He's got an open man. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Rebels will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. This time it's complete. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. From the gun. Touchdown! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going to the running game. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
They believe they can run right here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Rifles it down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to adjust the pattern. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. He spins that thing down the middle. And that one's going to be batted away incomplete, and we have played one. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Now the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Touchdown, Rebels! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's
breaks into the open. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. Fires downfield. He makes a catch. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Man, I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
They'll run for it on third and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Might be changing the route. Sends it back in motion. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. They're working that left side. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out.
Brings it down on the right side. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Trying play action. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
We're only in the first half. Already this guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll try it again. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Nice punt, and he'll make the fair catch at the 6-yard line. And while you can quibble with that, I guess starting at the 6 is better than starting at the 1. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Right on the money. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They'll send 3 wideouts left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Rebels in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Pocket breaking down. Finds a little space. It's a seam wide open. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man. Really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass. But then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guys, so much space for him. He takes off and makes the huge run for this offense.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically pushed the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He nails it, a 58-yard field goal.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes,
and he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. This is now a 7-point game.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Creates a little room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
And so much to break down from a spirited start to this Egg Bowl between Ole Miss and Mississippi State. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Mississippi State and Ole Miss plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball right of this quarter.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
A big third down coming, and Hoddy Toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Here's the pressure. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Might be calling a hot route. They'll start this drive with a pass. It's complete to the left. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route.
Turning it on!
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Going to take a shot on second and short. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The Rebels come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They're going to go to the air on third and short. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty cost him a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Trying to move the sticks on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Finds a spot in the middle. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Completes it in the middle.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
They just keep firing. Looking to the big tight end. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. And just a spectacular punt. He'll go out of bounds inside the 5-yard line and really put this offense in a hole. And the Rebels are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. He's loose at the 15. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now, if you're the play caller, your entire playbook is wide open.
The Rebels are in the hurry-up. Handoff from the shotgun. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Off the RPO, complete. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
And whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We've got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Clemens. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. They'll leave it with him. There he goes. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. He's looking to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. And the D denied him on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, pump the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, and getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
He'll bring it out. It's Ivory. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Back to pass, it's Shaw. He'll off one deep down the left side. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
He'll take a shot. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite tracks.
Breaks into the open. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. The Rebels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the goal line. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Rebels! And the punishment has been extended. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Oh, they're after him. Had to get rid of it quickly. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. To the air, it's Shaw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the returner will be brought down. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads it left. Got his man. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. 1st down for this offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
Well, the defense isn't quitting. They're obviously down big here in the 4th quarter with just a little bit of time left. Obviously, it'll take a Herculean effort to come back, but could that interception be the spark that ignites this team?
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field. So
turning it on.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
Ball's incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Using the quick game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Hoddy Toddies are full-throated right now as Ole Miss builds the lead.
They got the momentum going. The offense is clicking. You see that a lot of times with Ole Miss. Big rivalry game against Mississippi State. Can they respond, Palmer?
And Ole Miss, you know, is one of those teams you just blink and all of a sudden they're blowing you out. That's been the case here today. The Bulldogs got to find a way to slow them down.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Quick strike complete. Smashes ahead. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Back to pass, it's off. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit. You got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
Back to pass on 2nd down. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
It's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Calmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're trying to stay up there.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking downfield, it's Shaw. Under fire. Avoids pressure. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds his target down the middle. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Quickly gets everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this.
And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point, but now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in this field.
And the Rebels want to move quickly. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Plucks it out of the air. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. With the catch, it's Clemens. Inside the 40. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally shoved out of bounds on the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. 1st and 10 from the 24. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Takes a hit as he fires. Got him downfield. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. And it is Ole Miss marking its territory in this one and taking